Hello, hello. Mary Farias here with 5 Minutes is Better Than Nothing of Personal Development. We're studying my book, How to Study Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. We're in chapter 7 on organized planning. And I'm going to read page 186 through 188 because this is Napoleon Hill going through the food, clothing, and shelter items that we have the opportunity to have in this country. He says, A, food. Next to freedom of thought and deed comes food, clothing, and shelter, the three basic necessities of life. Because of our universal freedom, the average American family has available at its very door the choicest selection of food to be found anywhere in the world at prices within its financial range. A family of two living in the heart of Times Square district of New York City, far removed from the source of production of foods, took careful inventory of the cost of a simple breakfast, with this astonishing result. Articles of food, cost at the breakfast table. Grapefruit juice from Florida, 2 cents. Rippled wheat breakfast food, Kansas Farm, 2 cents. Tea from China, 2 cents. Bananas from South America, 2.5 cents. Toasted bread from Kansas Farm, 1 cent. Fresh country eggs from Utah, 7 cents. Sugar from Cuba or Utah, 1/2 of a cent. Butter and cream from New England, 3 cents, grand total 20 cents. It is not very difficult to obtain food in a country where two people can have breakfast consisting of all they want or need for a dime apiece. Observe that this simple breakfast was gathered by some strange form of magic from China, South America, Utah, Kansas, and the New England states, and delivered on the breakfast table, ready for consumption in the heart of the most crowded city in America, at a cost well within the means of the most humble laborer. The cost included all federal and state and city taxes. Here is a fact the politicians did not mention when they were crying out to the voters to throw their opponents out of office because the people were being taxed to death. Shelter. The family lives in a comfortable apartment heated by steam, lighted with electricity, with gas for cooking, all for $65 a month. In a smaller city, the more sparsely settled part of New York City, the same apartment could be had for as low as $20 a month. The toast they had for breakfast in the food estimate was toasted on an electric toaster, which cost but a few dollars. The apartment is cleaned with a vacuum sweeper that is run by electricity. Hot and cold water is available at all times in the kitchen and the bathroom. The food is kept cool in the refrigerator that is run by electricity. The wife curls her hair, washes her clothes, and irons them with easily operated electrical equipment on power obtained by sticking a plug in the wall. The husband shaves with an electric shaver, and they receive entertainment from all over the world 24 hours a day if they want it, without cost by merely turning the dial on their radio. There are other conveniences in this apartment, but the foregoing list will give a fair idea of some of the concrete evidences of the freedom we of America enjoy. And this is neither political nor economic propaganda. See, clothing. Anywhere in the United States, the woman of average clothing requirements can dress very comfortably and neatly for less than $200 a year, and the average man can dress for the same or less. Only the three basic necessities of food, clothing, and shelter have been mentioned. The average American citizen has other privileges and advantages above in return for modest effort, not exceeding 8 hours per day of labor. Among these is the privilege of automobile transportation, with which one can go and come at will at very small cost. The average American has security of property rights not found in any other country of the world. He can place his surplus money in a bank with the assurance that his government will protect it and make good to him at the bank if the bank fails. If an American citizen wants to travel from one state to another, he needs no passport, no one's permission. He may go when he pleases and return at will. Moreover, he may travel by train, private automobile, bus, airplane, or ship as his pocketbook permits. In Germany, Russia, Italy, and most of the other European and Oriental countries, the people cannot travel with so much freedom and so little cost. So, of course, although these examples have not stood the test of time in their cost, with inflation, obviously, it's all relative, right? And what he's saying here is that we have opportunities abound to us. No, not breakfast for 20 cents. However, with inflation, we don't expect breakfast for 20 cents anymore, do we? So we have to understand that the costs are not as high as they could be. And we have the opportunities abound. And if we are in a position where we cannot afford a higher cost, then there are other options to us within this country for lower cost. So that is the point of what Napoleon Hill is saying here today. And really, what he's talking about, again, is gratitude. Continue with your gratitude practice. Continue seeking those things that you are grateful for each and every day. And things will begin to shift for you. I guarantee it. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.